good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing? We hope everyone is doing well. Um, you know what today is. It is, some call it a wild out Wednesday. I call it a beautiful day here in Zamunda because we are here and we are ready for some Think for the People podcast. I am your host, AB, and of course, this is my co host and executive producer, the Mrs. Girl Pam. Hey, Girl Pam.
Hey, honey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. I'm doing quite well. How's your week going?
Good.
It's going good? Okay. I like that jacket.
Well, thank you.
You look kind
For
of cute.
homecoming, I had to pull
I
out
mean,
the
it
old
is. Hey, Kim.
it's you.
You see what it do. Last week we was all about the blueprint, all things Huntington High School, and this week we're repping for our next alma mater, all things Southern University Jaguars. It is homecoming week, so we had to do a SU.
You say
SSSSSSU. I thought you knew. Although we would like to give a shout out to Grambling State University, Exit 81, because it is also their homecoming, as well as LSU,
yes.
Baton Rouge, their homecoming, which you know the wife is also an alumni of LSU as well. But don't forget, there will be no GSU without the SU. Don't forget. I'm going to be petty all damn week. I'm trying not to be too petty and too bad, but you know, this is just how it does, how I do. We have a special guest in the house tonight. We can't wait to get involved in the conversation with her and discuss her nonprofit girls organization, Expanding Young Minds. She's doing a lot of great things in the community, and we definitely want to give her time. Before I get started, let me say thank you. Not just thank you, but a huge thank you to everyone who participated, worked with, um, worked on, came out, all things Huntington High School, 6801 Raspberry Lane, last week for our homecoming week. Between the current students, the alumni, the staff, the administration, we had a blast. Everything was amazing. Although we had some haters across town. I don't know why people thought I was indicating Fair Park. Fair Park, let's be honest, was our only rivalry in school because they had the strongest band outside of Huntington High School. And when they stopped the crowd to march across the street into Independence Stadium, Lord have mercy, we would be mad as hell. We would be mad as hell. So I wasn't talking about that. Somebody was hating on Huntington and all the things we did. Like I said, get your money up, get your weight up, get your alumni association up, and you can do the same things. And we would be glad to support anything that's going on within our high schools here locally because we believe in the children. With that being said, thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, we have a young lady. Her name is LaPrecious Bradley. She has her own girls nonprofit organization, and it goes by the name of Expanding Young Minds. And just by reading her bio, I'm going to put a few things up here. I'm going to put a picture of this lovely young lady first, and then we're going to get ready to bring Miss Bradley on the camera. Let's add Miss Bradley to the stream here. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you all?
We're doing quite well. We're doing quite well. How are things going for you?
All is well. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking.
Great, great. Look, don't be nervous. We're here as friends and support. I know a lot of people come on here under the big lights. I don't know how big our lights are, but they get nervous. Just be yourself. Be open to conversation. Be open to questions because a lot of times people ask questions. I'll be like, So if
Yeah.
there's anything you don't feel comfortable with, we know and understand that you may say, well, I don't desire to answer that at the time, and we will respect your wishes as well as your privacy. Um, so, good evening, everyone. Shanita, Nikita, Cheryl, Kim, hello, hello, hello. Miss Bradley, first of
Yes.
all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I am LaPrecious, and you're the first person that pronounced my name correctly.
Really? Look, my
people
grandmother
Most
popped
people
me
know
on the
say
lips.
Laprecious, Lapreciocious,
Really?
or something weird.
Hey,
Yes.
baby, my
But
grandmother popped me on my lips enough time when it came to phonics, so I ain't finna do it. But go ahead.
Yes, I am the founder and director of Expand Young Minds. Expand Young Minds was incorporated in Shreveport, Louisiana in 2018. And our mission is to help develop girls and to young ladies by providing them with the tools and essential knowledge to aid them in becoming successful, self worthy women. And
Okay.
this organization is for girls 10 through 17.
10 through 17. So, what made you? I'm just going to jump right in. I'm that
Okay.
person. I'm pretty sure you already been told and warned. I'm that person. What made you want to start this foundation?
Okay. I want to start this foundation because of the things that I experienced as a child. You know, I struggled with low self esteem, low
Mhm.
confidence, wanted to try to commit suicide, and a lot of more things. And it's just a way of, wanting to motivate other young ladies that has experienced or experiencing some of the things that I wanted to go through, that I went through in my past, and just want to motivate them and encourage them to, help them to stay on the right track and to believe in themselves and love themselves and let them know that they can do anything in this world,
Well, cool. Well,
regardless of
that's a
what anybody have to say.
right. Well, that's a great thing that you're doing, and we always need motivation. Good evening, Erica. We always need motivation in our young ladies. Um, Let me ask you this question: are you still located here in Shreveport? Have you expanded beyond?
Yes, we're still here in Shreveport.
Okay. Okay.
Shreveport
Great.
and Shreveport and Houston, actually.
Shreveport and Houston.
Yes.
Okay. Well, can I, because in your bio,
Hmm.
this is one of the things that stood out, and I wanted to go ahead and jump right in because we talk about this in and out several. We've talked about this in and out several times within the show. It said that you were abused mentally and and emotionally. In
Hmm.
fact, this is exactly why God put expanding young minds in my heart to help build
Hmm.
young ladies' self-esteem and confidence. However, I was told that I was stupid, I could not do anything on my own, and I was held back in school. Eventually, I started believing that I was dumb. I completely lost faith and confidence in myself. So, around what age range were some of these things going on? Because I
Um,
have a few educators here on the
okay.
screen who I'm
Um, this
sure are experiencing that.
this was about, maybe I would say, from 10 to about 15. From about 10 to 15, I experienced
Mhm.
certain those things throughout my life, my childhood.
Wow. And so when you were going through these things, did you tell someone? Did you hold them to yourself? Because I know a lot of the educators that I speak with that work with young people, they don't know until it's too late. The young
Mhm.
people choose not to talk about it and not to tell anyone about it. So did you tell someone?
No, for the most part, I didn't tell anyone. I just held it in, kept it to myself.
Wow. And so why did you not? Um, what was your reasoning for not telling someone? I know people have different reasons.
My reasoning for not telling anyone, because I was ashamed, I was embarrassed, and I didn't feel comfortable with telling anybody.
Right. I think didn't you and I talk about some things like that in your youth that you felt uncomfortable before? I don't know. I guess we all go, and I will say this. I don't know how to say this. We all go through a, as my mom and them used to call it, ugly duckling or funny looking phase, and we don't. Our bodies are just changing. Our faces are changing. Our bodies are changing. We get boobs. We get butt. I never got the butt part. However, but I never got the butt part. But it's all right. My baby got enough for me. But our bodies, men and women, young ladies and young boys, our bodies start to change, and we go through a phase that is considered funny looking. And a lot of times, kids are way more cruel than
Yeah.
adults. Don't you say that all the time?
They are.
Go ahead. You want to?
And little girls turn into mean women. Just
Mm.
sorry.
Little girls turn into mean women. That's something we need to remember. And I think a lot of times we don't remember that because we'll say things that we
Mean girls turn into mean women.
do.
And
They never change.
no, and part of the problem
I think
is
some
that
of them change.
some of them change, but it takes something in their life
You're right.
to
Mhm.
make them change. But the problem is some of the mean girls have mean mamas. And so they're implementing and duplicating what they already see. And then when you find a little mean girl and you try to go talk to their mean mama,
You
and
see what the problem is?
you see what the
Right.
problem
So,
is.
LaPrecious, let me ask you right quick. Those persons in your life that bullied you in the past, do you ever see them?
Yes, some of them are actually on my Facebook page.
Really?
Hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Do
But you know, some of the problem is that
they
I
don't think that
found
they're
they were bullying. They do not understand that they were bullying. They just think that they were being themselves.
they
But
were being kids? Oh, I was just picking at you.
because back in the day when we were in high school, the word bullying didn't come about
Right.
until recently. It was just
Hmm.
We knew
kids
what it was, but we didn't ever think it was something being done to us in school.
because nobody
Yeah.
used the word bullying. They
Hmm.
just say you're fighting or they don't like each other. But it was never if somebody was constantly bothering you on a day-to-day basis every day, then it was bullying. You know, I was bullied as a grown woman because of the way I look.
Tell us
So
about it.
uh, this is about the young
I
people.
am. She's gonna talk, but we're talking about. But I want people to know it happens in young people and
And
adults.
every
Hmm.
day when I went to this particular job, I was bullied every day by a group of people because of the way I looked and always talking about my assets every
That
day.
ass, that tit old
It
bitty.
was a topic of discussion so much that I hated going to work. And so much
And
so
all
that
because you were voluptuous and they were not.
yes, but now
Now they're buying. Now they're buying the same bodies that
yeah.
you have naturally. That's crazy.
Hmm.
That people do that. So LaPrecious, let me ask you this: in your work, let me get to a few of the comments. Mr. Johnson said it's in the genes, meaning
They
like
get it
girl
from
Pan
their
would say,
mama.
they get it from their mama. Okay. Cheryl Strong says they don't never change. Do y'all think that they never? You say they're the pressure. Do you think that people change
I do.
Now I
I
got
do believe that people change.
if they
I
truly
believe that
want to change?
if
it's
they
got to
really
be
want to
somebody
change,
that
it's something
brings
that
it
they
to their
experience.
attention. If somebody brings it to their attention that what they're doing and put it in their face and tell them, you know, hey, you're bullying, or hey, that's ugly, or hey, that's not look good for you, then I think someone will try to change, or there's something that happens in their life that makes them change. But they gotta first want to change. But if nobody ever tells them what they're
Mhm.
doing is bullying and wrong, then they gonna think that what they're doing is perfectly fine.
Your
Right.
grandbaby back there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Tamika Stevens says, so true. I hate bullies. Same mean girls have mean mothers. Some mean girls have mean mothers, but some of them do change. Cheryl Strong said, in your case, it was jealousy. He might be hot, but I had to push the ad. It was jealousy. So, LaPrecious,
Mhm.
those young, I just have to ask because I'm devil's advocate. Those persons that bullied you that are on your page, do you actually interact with them, or do they know that you considered that you were bullied?
Um, I do interact with them occasionally,
Mm.
and do they know? I think so. Yes, I do believe so. Yes.
You think they know? Have they ever apologized, or have they
Never.
ever never apologized?
I never received an apology. And
Do
it's
you? Do
just
you?
it, I mean, it's just how some people are. This some people are just mean and ugly and
Right.
nasty, and they so used to being that way that they don't see anything wrong with it because that's their character. That's how they are. That's
Right.
how some people are.
I was right. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know me personally, and I try and give everybody the benefit of the doubt or a second chance. I don't know if I'll be able to interact with them. Hey, fat boy, I just because if you mean girl me, I'm so to knock your ass out. It ain't gonna be no. No, I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not advocating violence, but I am advocating sticking up for myself. And my mama always told me, as an only child, hey, you go to school by yourself, you come home by yourself. Let them hit you first, or let them bother you first, and
Mhm.
then call me once it's done from the school's office and say, "Hey, mama, I just got in a fight. You need to come get me." We'll talk about it when you get here and go from there. That's just
Let me ask a question. I was reading in your bio that you also do etiquette and
mm,
dating and relationship because I
Lord
have
have mercy.
found
Lord, we on
that
that etiquette conversation.
a lot of people do not know etiquette. and not just formal etiquette on how you should act in public and in certain situations. They don't know how to what's the correct word? How do I want to say
Just say it like it TIE is.
etiquette also, people don't say it doesn't always consist of behavior. You need to tell them how to act, when to act, how to dress,
In what settings?
and in what settings. So I was very excited to see that you also cover manner, etiquette, dating, and relationship in your, because I think it starts when we're young. Because
Yes.
some of us women don't know how to dress now because we didn't know, we were not taught the basic fundamentals of
Right.
foundation, what to wear, when to wear, what you
Mhm.
can wear, and what you cannot wear. Because I tell people all the time, especially my own, just because it's sold in your size, don't mean that you should wear it.
Do
Yes.
you do you get a lot of pushback about the etiquette part? I'm curious. And the
Um,
manners.
I don't actually. Some people are like, "Wow!" They're excited to hear about the etiquette part because they're like in other normal organizations. A lot of people don't have that, so there a lot of people are excited to help out when it comes to this program, the etiquette.
Yeah.
So
I
you know,
think that's a really good thing um, for the young girls to learn at a young age because they will have it all the way through high school, take it to college, and hopefully bring it into adulthood.
I
yeah,
So that's
think,
really
and
good.
this is just me, I think that not only young ladies should go to etiquette class, I think young men should be taught etiquette as well. That's just
absolutely.
me personally. Because I see grown men out in public and I just be like, man, hey, bring it down by at least this much. Hey, you ain't got to do all that. We see you here. And their behavior in public is sometimes I just don't want to waste pull that down. So I think that etiquette and manners should be taught in young boys and girls. I'll tell y'all a story. Story time. I went to etiquette class when
Here we
I
go,
would.
people. Here we go.
I was maybe 10 or 11. This lady used to have an etiquette class at Mall St. Vincent. And she would bring you in. She would teach you which forks to use, what went from left to right, how to fold the napkins, how to properly sit in the chair, especially if you had a skirt or dress on, how to place a napkin in your lap. My grandmother was very big on etiquette and manners. And so those are just things that I think we need to go back to. Girl, I tell girl Pam all the time. And she was like, well, I don't know how people would handle it, that she needs to start an etiquette class because she is for all things that look appropriate and that are appropriate and that it is great. So to see you actually incorporating manner and etiquette into your business, that is like wonderful. I mean, I really applaud that.
How do you get? Because we have Carla Renee in the comments says she would love to work with you if you ever need extra hands and help. So, are you willing to take volunteers or anybody that? How
Right.
do they go about helping you in your nonprofit to?
Okay. Yeah, yes, we are. I am always looking for volunteers, and they can go to our website, expandingyourminds.org, and click on the volunteer tab and just fill out
Okay.
that form. It'll come to my email, then I'll respond. I'll get in touch with them.
And I also put a star beside those comments because I placed them. If you want to see, that's www.expandingyoungminds.org. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, as well as your phone number.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we have that, and we also have her email address here, EYM at expandingyoungminds. That's ym.org. I place it in the comments, so it will also be in the comments. I'm going to keep this up for a little while so you all. A few of the comments that we have. Cheryl Strong said, I've been picked up on by children, adults when I was 5 years of age. Wow. I still remembered all of them and I still don't like them. Tamika Stevens says, everyone isn't a fighter like you, AB. I used to not be, but now I am. Mr. Johnson, good evening, everyone. Grown folks and parents need some etiquette classes too. I totally agree. Just a few of the things that Expanding Young Minds offers with their young people. manner and etiquette, dating and relationships, academics and success strategies, a girl's worth. I'm sure that was very interesting. It says here you all have a reading club as well as financial literacy. And I think that they should place financial literacy in schools.
Yes.
Back in the day, what was the class we used to have to take? Civics or something like that, where they taught you how to free enterprise, and they would teach you how to write checks and all of that other thing and how to balance. They need to go back to doing that because there's so many people who, as adults, can't balance a checkbook, or because they're just used to debit cards. No one uses checks anymore. But what if the system shuts down and we have to go back to that? So,
And this is my question: do you also, because we're about to enter debutante season? Everybody knows I'm a Delta, and we are getting ready for debutante season, and we are always have etiquette as part of ours. Are you available to come out and possibly teach a little class or a session to the our debutantes? Or there are many, I know AKs have too, or do you do that? Are you available
or
to
make
do
yourself
that?
available.
Yes, I can most definitely make myself available to do that. I would love to actually. Yes.
Okay, well, I will put that down because we are starting our season now and getting our calendar ready, and we always try to have a little etiquette session for the girls because
Yeah.
this is their coming out season, and that would be amazing if you could come out and speak to our debutantes and have a little session with the girls this year.
Oh yeah,
So
that'll
I'll
be.
definitely keep your information, and there are always people looking for community service, especially when they're getting ready to pledge.
Mm.
Right.
So, anybody listening, this is a good volunteer opportunity to get those community service hours in.
Right. But you probably have to give us some Peter. Like, another couple of comments. It says, Kelly Speed, good evening. You are so right. We have to be open minded about learning etiquette and manners. Carla Renee, that's okay. You can leave. It's going in. Carla Renee says, LaPrecious, I would love to work with you if you ever need extra hands or help. We have to be the change we want to see.
Absolutely.
Cheryl Strong says, I was taught etiquette when I was in elementary school. So that is great. You have people who are out here who are willing to help, who are understanding what we need. And I think the biggest part is that our community, and when I say our, I mean the Black community, we have to stop acting like etiquette and manners is a bad thing. I think
Right.
that's one of the big problems that we see. You see people come up to the schools, they got on their bump. Y'all, story time. This lady walked in and she was checking her child in for the day. And I was talking to someone to the side. I was not paying the lady any attention. The lady turned around and walked off. Asses, titties, in the nude at the school, at an elementary school. And I was just like, and they were like, we have been trying to get your attention, but you were talking. There's no way I could see my 84-year-old grandmother when I was in elementary school, or my 67-year-old mom when I was in elementary school. There is
Mhm.
no possible way I could have seen them at the school and I could literally see they behind
Right.
hanging from under their clothes or their shorts or
Remember
wear
when we
butt.
was in school, we used to always want to know who mama there was coming
Yes,
up to school, and everybody's like, the one that's head down, that's
that's
their
their
mama,
mama.
cause they coming up
But they always
there.
were dressed appropriately.
Not
Right.
always. It was some of the
Well,
parents
I
that
went to
were
school in
not
the
dressed
country.
appropriately. They had their head scarves on. They had their moo-moos on, their pajamas on, and you could always tell who mama that was because that would be the
Well, that
child
is
that would
absolutely
be
horrible if your
totally
mama can't stand a
embarrassed.
moo to beat your ass. At least put on clothes to come beat my ass,
Right.
not the moo. Mr. Johnson said we used to turn them away in Lanier. Can we go back to that? I just feel that it's just certain things that you should and should not wear
Mhm.
when you're out. And so
Does
um,
she also offer financial literacy,
she offers financial literacy. You,
community projects?
yes,
Okay.
conflict resolution and peacekeeping, decision making. Tell us about your conflict resolution and peacekeeping because we know here in Shreveport that's a big problem.
Okay, and to be honest, I actually just added a few of these programs like
Mhm.
conflict resolution and peacekeeping because it's just, and I work in a school too. I've been working in school for 7 years, so
Oh wow, okay.
the children always arguing and bickering and going back and forth. So I was like, I want to come up with something to help these children to, teach them how to keep the peace within each other and to work with each other and get along and just let things go and let them be. So I just thought about this. This came to mind. I was like, you know what? Let me add this to expand young minds programs, and
Okay.
that's how this one came about. And some of them, like financial literacy, I outsource. I would bring somebody in to work on that program with the participants.
Okay. Um, okay, thank you. Again, let me ask you a question. When it comes to your conflict resolution, you
Hmm.
say you work in a school. What's the biggest problem that you're seeing right now when it comes to conflict resolution?
The biggest one.
Rinse that
Okay,
out.
the biggest problem that I see is. mm, just them disrespecting each other, not knowing how to communicate properly and effectively, or apologizing, and it's just they will fall out with each other behind the smallest things, the simplest things.
Right. Give some Pedialyte. Right. Yeah, I don't. It was bad, but I guess since COVID, seems like more children and more adults are angry. Like you say, the smallest little thing, everything ticks them off. I'm like, how you wake up mad? How you 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning just angry? And I'm like, what is going on? Like you say, what can we do to help? Are they not? To me, I think a lot of it is they aren't expending enough energy in the evenings.
Mm.
They go home, they get on those video games or Fortnite, whatever you want to call them. They get on those instead of us. We used to go outside and we got into it with our community and our neighbors, but we would only be into it as long as we were outside. By the time we came home, took a bath, and went to bed, the next day we were right back playing with
Right.
those same persons, more than likely, that we got into it with. It was never that big of a deal. And so I think it's very important that you are um, coming through and taking care of some of this um, with these young people. Mr. Johnson said, I mean, Kelly Speed said, financial literacy, thank you, babe, is so important as well. We must teach our children about the importance of the credit score and protecting their credit. Yeah, because y'all steal my credit score, you just going to be mad. Uh, so I agree, Kelly. It is very important. They shouldn't wait until they're 45 before they learn about financial literacy, because by then, for a lot of people, it seems to be too late, or you have wasted so much money or so many things that you're trying to go in reverse and come back.
Mhm.
uh Mr. Johnson said we need netiquette, social media and behaviors online. In most college and universities, though, you have to sign a netiquette.
Not only if you're involved in an extracurricular activity or sport. They don't have to sign anything. Shayla didn't have to sign anything going to Southern this
So
year
they
saying
know
what
no,
she would not. It's only if you're involved in something representing the school.
really. So you don't have.
There's no morals clause anymore unless you just
Wow.
for just
I
being a
went,
student.
so man, I'm way behind the times. That's showing you my age. I didn't know that they didn't have to sign.
There's no clause, no morals
Hell, well,
clause,
we got to
nothing.
sign them for jobs. Uh, no, I'm saying, don't you? You typically,
Some jobs you have to
yeah,
sign, not
a
all of
lot
them.
of jobs make you sign something and say, hey, you have a morals clause and a netiquette clause or whatever to work here, and they can relieve you of your duties behind anything. So why the hell we don't make the kids do
Well,
it?
Louisiana
Mhm.
is a will state, so
Yeah,
they can fire
unfortunately, I
you
know.
anytime. So
Um, kids don't have any boundaries or controls. No set bedtimes. No structure. Yeah, I don't understand that shit. I didn't just necessarily had a bedtime, but they better not have seen my ass walking around the house past 10 o'clock. Especially at 7, 8, 9 years old. Where the hell you going? Go get your ass in the bed. Trina Brown says, "Well, fam, the parents are angry. When you broke, you're mad." Uh, Good. That's a good response. I agree. Everything is getting higher except for the wage. So I do understand that parents are mad. You better put some on your show. That parents are mad and upset, and it's coming across for uh, it's coming across in the children. So I understand that. LaPrecious, I have another question for you. It may be a sensitive question, but it is part of your bio.
Okay.
because I know someone who went through this. You said you were stressed so badly, I completely lost my hair in the center of my head.
Hmm.
What happened? I mean, did you pull it out? Was it just falling out? Because I know someone who, no, I'm asking, I'm not trying to be funny because I know someone personally who has, hey, good evening, who has a stress issue and they pull their hair in the middle of their head. They just pick and pick and pick. And before you know it, all of this is this long, the hair everywhere else is long and they have that stress bald spot. So were you pulling it or was it just falling out?
No, it was due to stress, like the things that I was going through in my childhood, and like I said, bullying, being talked about. I was super duper skinny, so I was made fun about
She
that.
said I was super duper. Skinny was in. Hell, I wasn't skinny, and they wanted all the skinny girls.
Yeah,
Remember, skinny was in,
Seems
but
like they always want what you're not.
oh, is that what it is?
That's
Okay.
what it seems like to you.
Well, I ain't mad at them. I ain't want them either, but it is.
yeah.
So
So
you were super duper skinny.
yeah, it was just due to me being so stressed, and I actually went to the doctor. The doctor told me that it was alopecia, but it wasn't alopecia because alopecia, it don't grow back. So it was
Right.
just due to just me stressing so badly. Like I stressed.
Wow. Wow. So in this new you, this new LaPrecious Bradley, what's the new you like?
The new me is secure, happy, joyful, proud of myself, regardless of what anybody have to say. I don't tolerate anything from people. Like I have boundaries. Back then, I didn't have any
You did a
or run
complete
over me,
360.
treat me. Yes. So
Okay.
like I'm happier. I'm smarter. I believe in myself now. I trust myself. I learned to put myself first and
Okay.
love myself before I try to love somebody else and not put other people before myself.
Hey, and I want to say this because I also read this in your bio. You
Hmm.
said you started believing in God more.
Yeah.
That was the turnaround. I don't want to quote you wrong. You said God kept me.
Hmm.
I started seeking God more, reading the Bible, smiling, thinking positive, trusting myself, although it was not easy and it did not happen overnight. In conclusion, I made up in my mind that I want to assist young girls who are currently feeling and experiencing what I once felt.
Yeah.
God did it, huh?
Nobody but God. It wasn't me.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
I wanted to put that in because so many times we leave God out of our success. Bye, baby. Love you guys. You got everything? All right. So many times, and I'm not on no spiritual high horse or anything like that. But
Yeah.
so many times we take God out of the equation. We
Hmm.
always look at what we go through and like, where was God? Where was God? We never look at what we go through and came out of and say, oh, that was God
Yes.
that brought me out of it. So I just want to make sure I put it out there and let people know that you are giving him the glory and the praise and that is very important. We always have to get back to that.
Hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So
And I grew up in church. Grew up going to church with my grandparents. Was there every Sunday, every time church was open. We was there. you
mm,
know. But I just felt like, as I got older, started going, got into high school, and the relationship that I had with God, I didn't feel like it was as strong as it was before. So that's what I mean by, I started, spending more time with God in my Bible, listening to Him.
I think we all go through that because I've gone through moments where I'll be like, hey, are you listening? Because I talk to God like I be talking to y'all. I be like,
Yeah,
hey, you just didn't want to listen to me today, huh? I'm just going to keep being right here. Girl Pam always tells me I have a special relationship with God. I don't look at that, but I just talk to him one on one. Be like, say, look, bro, you
There
know
are
why I'm
some
here.
intercessors that I swear the
exactly.
Lord listens to them. Like they got a one-on-one direct hotline with the Lord. I swear that's how it feels with her. Whenever I need a specific prayer or a prayer, she's always my prayer partner. But when there is
Hmm.
something that I need to pray for specifically, I always say, "Hey, can you pray about this?" Because I swear. When she prays about it and says it, then I start to see
Hey,
some changes.
don't tell people that they think I'm a heathen.
No, they don't say anybody that knows you. I tell people all the time, if you, she has an amazing heart, and if you know her,
No, I
then you
don't.
know that.
I don't like
Anybody that
nobody.
knows you don't believe
Let me
in
look in
that.
this camera. I don't like none of y'all.
Stop it.
Now
Here,
what?
here's my question. How can the young girls get involved with your organization? How, if there is some child out here, a parent that would like to get
And
their
I
child
and while
in your
you're
program and get you to work with them, how, what's the criteria? What do they do to go about doing that?
So they would basically just go to our website, click on the register tab, fill out that form, and it'll come to me, and then I'll reach out to the parent and just have like their basic information, the parent contact number, their age, their school, and then I believe they have a question like what are their short-term goals and long-term goals, and I will reach out to the parent and we'll schedule a time for us to meet. I'll tell them about me, the organization, and they will tell me a few things about themselves or whatever they want to share, and we'll go from there.
and I'm sorry I was premature in that, but I went to your website and I saw this calendar. So I wanted to put this calendar up. I know that was for the past, but I just wanted to tell people that you do try and update your website. You or is that for this past March or for next March? That was this past March.
Hold on, what is it? I
Okay.
can't see it.
It was one of your calendars. Can you all see it? I'll put it in the link as well. I saw a calendar on your website
Of events,
of
things that you're
events,
doing.
calendar of events.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and some of your frequently asked questions. So if you all just go to their website and check around, I went and checked it out. I think you even have the application on the website, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So is there anything before I know I have to move on to the next subject, and you are welcome to stay on here because we would love to hear your insight as to
Okay.
our next subject, just to pick your brain. Is there anything you want to tell us that we need to know or you don't want us to know and maybe we should know? This is your
Um,
time.
anything? I'm just glad to that I of course I'm still learning, I'm still growing, but I'm just glad to be the person that I am today. And I'm proud of myself. I love myself, and I want everybody that's listening, whether it's adults or children, to just trust yourself, believe in yourself, keep God first, know your worth, don't settle for anything. And also, this coming Saturday, we have a girls' chat and brunch
Oh,
that at the Mary Health Center. It's in the shopping center on Juella,
okay.
next to Super One, and it's a free event. It's for girls ages 10 through 11. So,
Okay, nice. If you could, if you would put your link or put that information in the comments, you can wait till we get through so you don't have to be bothered with that. But I would love so I can share or at least put a post out and tag me in the post so that I can share it and help get the word out. We would love to expand that. Nikisha Dr. Smith, we have a comment. Not only have I learned to be grateful that God brought me through everything, I've grown to know He allowed some storms because it was part of the process to develop me. All
mhm.
bad things aren't the devil. Some is God. Either He allows whatever I gave or ordains whatever I face. So that's a good way to end that section. Miss Bradley, take a deep breath. You did an amazing job. It's okay. We're still here. We want to thank you for coming out and visiting with us and reaching out to me. I'm glad we were able to put this information out there, expandingyoungminds.org, www.expandingyoungminds.org. The phone number, the website, the email will be in the comments. And we welcome you to come back at another time or to share events or anything that's coming. Please don't leave. Please feel free to stay because this segment is going to be a little different. It's about Jada and Will Smith.
Ooh.
The slap heard around the world. However, a video clip, we don't know how real it is. We just talk about what we hear about. We don't know how real it is, but Erica, what's her name?
Jada.
Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't know how to forget that half of that. I used to be a fan when she was young. I can't. Okay. Girl Pam was telling me to shut up. So Jada Pinkett Smith comes out and says that she and Will Smith have been separated for the last 7 years, and that she and he have not filed for divorce because she said that when they got together, they told each other divorce was never an option. And no matter whatever they had to do, they would not get a divorce, that they would stay together, even if it was separated. They would stay together, not get a divorce. And that technically her sleeping, basically she's saying her sleeping with August Alsina, they were separated, so it doesn't really count. As well as anything going on with Will Smith. I'm gonna bring the honorable bald big head trap uncle Jonathan Ellison to the audio. we we got, I can't go back. We got Jonathan Ellison in the house. What it do, big trap uncle?
What's going on?
We just doing a little talk piece. Jada Pinkett Smith says she and Will Smith have been separated for the last 7 years, and that they will never get a divorce because they said divorce is not an option when they got together. They would rather just be separated forever and I guess live. I don't. How the hell does that go?
Well, they said their house is big enough that he would take one half of the house and she would take the other half of the house, but they would not get divorced. Divorce. Let's be clear. Divorce is not an option for us either. Divorce is not an option for us either.
I don't know how I keep getting brought into these conversations. Good evening, Tyler. Tyler says she embarrasses him at every opportunity. Now that's the money shot. Trina Brown said bullshit, money.
And this is what I believe. This is what I want to know. Why is it that when the August Alsina incident came out a while ago, and the entanglement and the red table talk and all the humiliation that Will Smith suffered behind his wife trying to tell the truth, why didn't this come out then that, hey, we are separated? We were separated, so it's okay. So why wait till now after the slap? And plus, she just got her book. So I believe
she got a book out?
Yeah, she just. It's called I'm Worthy or something.
Oh God.
Or something along those lines. So
I don't follow her. I don't care for her.
Stuff. Because
to hype up her book.
Some celebrities always do something right before they have a big movie, big production. She just got this book out. So I don't actually believe that they've been separated for 7 years now. They might have been separated recently behind the slap and all the backlash and all this other foolishness, but 7 years I don't.
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
For some reason I believe it. I don't know why. I feel like I believe the 7 years. I mean, you got to look at something. Most marriages are based on love. The more money, the more of it's a business. I feel like the situations with them, that's a lot of money on the line. When it comes to the to the image that you have to keep up. And so him dropping movies, her doing different things, the kids coming up and doing their thing. Sometimes you have to keep up the embellishment of a certain image and look. And so I feel like for the most part, them being separated in the same household, it ain't saying that Will wasn't still going on to the other side of the house and knocking the stomach rings out of her or nothing. And it wasn't saying that, she wasn't hunching on that little young man and he was able to mess with the women he wanted to mess with. I think a lot of times we got to be careful because I'm just saying, sometimes we got to be careful because
I just don't buy it. To me, if they were separated
what is separation?
All this other foolishness happened, they would have said that. Why wait till now after the August Alsina fiasco, the slap, that now your book came out?
In all honesty, I will say I kind of believe. The only reason why I
don't believe it's been 7 years. I don't get.
Only reason why I would put stock into that it might be true is because they weird as shit.
They are weird. But
no, I mean,
if you do something to me like August Alsina, if you got an entanglement, and I
you can't compare yourself to them.
No, if you
but see, we regular people. No, but see,
you can't compare yourself to them.
We were Just like
That's what you
what's
would
the
do.
boy named Dwayne Wade got some girl pregnant while him and Gabrielle Union was on a break. He openly came out and said, "Hey, we were separate. We were on a break right then when this
Well,
happened. I
well, he
wouldn't have
had to.
waited until now when my book is coming out after all these public things to now say, oh, we've been separated for 7 years."
What you say, LaPrecious? What's your thoughts?
Whew, that's a lot, but I kind of believe it. Like I really believe that they have been separated for 7 years because they, like you said, they so weird and it's just strange.
That's why I never
There's really
followed
no
them.
telling.
Okay,
We
so
don't.
if they really have, why are you now coming in? Why do we need to know this now?
But now that is the question. But
Yeah.
the why
do
we
we
need to know this now,
Then that's the
like
real
somebody
question.
now who just said
That's
it?
the real question.
Trina Brown. You notice that every time they die down, something else goes. So
That's
the
what I
real
said.
question is, she's just an attention seeker,
It's a
and it's
publicity.
normally
Why are
something
you
coming
just
out that she
now?
puts out.
Why are
hmm
you just now telling us this? And
Like you want to stay
frankly, I
relevant.
don't care that
Yeah.
Will and Jada have separated.
Yeah, I don't care.
I do not care. I don't personally care when any of the celebrities get married, get
Divorce
divorced,
or anybody else.
Any of that. I don't care because I don't know you. We admire you and respect you because you do these things, these movies that we love. We love these characters. We might not love,
But
Will
I don't
and
care about
Jada
your
Smith.
personal
I
life.
love some of the characters they portray, but they are different in real life, so I don't really care. So why is it that I needed to know right now?
Tiffany
this
Rose
all this
just
stuff?
said it. She loves attention. Shaking my head.
I don't care.
hmm
Nakisha Dodson Smith says what
hmm
they've done is called a silent divorce. Come on, sister. Come on in the
hmm
room. Get in the comments and tell us about what them silent divorces are. Sure. Tyler says she's trying to sell books, and Cheryl Strong said they just swingers.
If they
Now I
swingers,
definitely believe they swingers.
well, you know, it
Oh,
came
yeah,
up
most
a
definitely.
while ago that remember when they said he was banging somebody he was in a movie with, and Jada was like it was okay because they are able to see other people. They had an open marriage. Remember they came out a while ago
No,
too,
I don't.
and then
I
they
told you
came
I
back
don't
and
follow
said
anything with them.
they came back and said that that
Yeah,
was
for
true.
real.
So my only thing, if it is true, that's fine. Whoopsie doo for them. But why is it that we need to know right now, other than this book?
I always ask, even in the Red Table Talk, when you had me watch the episode about August Alsina, and that man was sitting there crying, all I kept thinking was, you would embarrass your
That's what
husband.
I'm saying.
Like, who wants to publicly
It's
having their
right there
husband
now. If
on
you
national
if
TV
I'm
crying?
on Red Table Talk and you telling me all your feelings about August and everything
Yeah.
that happened,
That's just
instead of
tacky.
me crying, I would have been putting it out here, hey, look, people, it's all good. We separated anyway. She doing her, I'm doing me. I would not have had some tears
But
rolling
is
down
that
my
her
eyes.
fault or is that Will's fault?
It's you know,
Thank you.
if they
Thank
really
you.
have been separated for 7 years, then Will should have at that point and say, "Oh, it's all good, people, because we are separated." That's why I don't believe it was 7 years. Not with the August Alsina
Let
thing.
me.
They might have been separated, but I just don't believe it.
And LaPrecious, if
Well,
you
let
have
me
to
let me
go, we
ask.
understand. Just let us know. You didn't have to be here. We get it. But if you stand, you're more than welcome to. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead, John.
go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and leave, make a run. But thank you all for inviting me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it so much.
All right, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
All right, bye.
Okay. Go ahead, Jonathan. What were you saying?
Here's my thought process.
Okay.
I
And don't
think a
be
lot of
getting on
times,
here with that. Hey, sir, don't be getting on
I'm
here
just,
with your velvet voice
ma'am,
and
hush,
trying to sweet
hush,
talk us to
hush.
go on to what you been thinking.
Hey,
You are
hush,
not gonna sway me or
hush.
change my opinion on voice.
I am. Look, let me tell you. We know we cannot change Pam. We do know that.
No.
So what I'm about to say is this: a lot of times we got to stop confusing the actual person with who they are as actors. Will Smith is a badass in movies. The nigga is
Some
a
of
wimp in real life. And so we got to be
Hey,
honest with this
disclaimer.
shit.
He needs to be more like what's his name, Marcus? What was his name in Bad
Nah,
Boys? What's
everybody
his
can't
name?
like everybody can't
He
be there. That's
Marcus
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
or
He
Mike?
Nah,
he
he
Marcus.
Mike
Mike
Lowry.
Lowry.
Mike
More like
He
Lowry.
Mike
Mike
Lowry.
with Jada
Nah,
Pinkett. Because if
that's
Mike Lowry
he's
was
a good
married to Jada Pinkett, we
and
wouldn't be
there we
having all
go.
this trouble.
Mike Lowry is an actor name. There you
He
go.
is
See,
fictional.
I'm getting you down the
Well, I
lane that I'm
told
trying to
you
get
I
you to.
love the characters that they portray. I might not like
Right.
them personally, but I love the characters they portray, and that's why I fall out with some of
But
these
clearly,
actors
he is
and actresses.
furthest from Mike Lowry than you have ever
And
seen.
and
Like
there
Marcus, isn't
you
Yes,
Marcus
go.
American?
There you
yes.
go.
Yeah, he's more
So
like Marcus.
so we got to be realistic about this because if you really, like I said, and this is just me reading different stuff and kind of paying attention to him. Jada been playing on his top since the beginning.
Yes.
So for us to go, well, why is he letting her do all of this now? He been letting her do it since the beginning. Some dudes are just pushovers, and sometimes they just do things just for the sake of it looking good,
Well,
and
I
that's what
think.
Go ahead, Pittsburgh. No, I'm. Go
Let
ahead.
me tell you
Mhm.
what I think about this.
Go
Finish
ahead,
your
come on
story.
with it.
This is my thing. You say he been paying on her from the top.
No, she been
She's been
playing
She
on
paying
been
him.
on. But
playing
do
on
you
him.
think that some of this that she's doing is because of how he handled her with the ex-wife? Because remember, they had drama in the beginning with his ex-wife. The ex-wife didn't want her around Trey. Remember all of that in the beginning? And so I think he has to take a back seat to some things because she had to endure so much in the beginning.
She didn't have to. She could have walked away.
She could have walked away. Would endure
She
what?
had money. She didn't
Shit.
have his
She
money,
was
but she was an
still
actress. She was doing
look,
fine. Why
and
she
she was
stayed?
very much still in
Oh,
love. She was very much
she
still in
making
love with
that
Tupac. She was still very
exactly.
much in
That's
love
who
with
she really
Tupac.
wanted
She
to
didn't
marry. He
care.
just wouldn't marry her.
And
For
Tupac
And
didn't
real.
Will
like
know
that.
that. Will tell you to
Right.
this day Tupac is still his ghost because he
You're
knows
right.
that Jada was in love with Tupac when he got with her.
Right.
She didn't want Fresh
Will
Prince
looked
of
up.
Bel-Air.
Will
looked up and
looked
got
up
that
on
thugette.
Jada. For
Will
real.
got a
Yeah.
thugette.
So who y'all think the real catch is, Jada or Will?
Neither. Me
Give
Neither.
me
personally.
the choice. Because in the world, people think Will Smith
No,
is the catch
I don't think so.
because of who he is as far as an
He
actor.
just know how to negotiate and make his money. To me, neither one of them are the
Will is a
catch.
You gotta
Will
pick
is a
one.
financial catch.
Wizard.
He a
Yes,
financial kid. That's all it is.
He
So
has
I
done
think
some amazing work.
right.
So in the eyes of everybody, Will was the real catch, and
But
Jada
in the
was.
eyes of men, Jada was the catch because they thought she was fine.
Mm.
Back in the day, not she was too
She
thin,
wasn't.
but
Yeah.
back in the day, you couldn't have met a guy who thought that Jada wasn't
oh yeah, they
the
love Jada.
toughest.
Nah,
They
real talk.
loved
But they
Jada.
loved
They
Jada
love.
because some of the characters
No,
she
no.
played.
They loved her because she was slim,
Nah.
thin, and yellow.
And she was feisty.
I
They
She
never
say
was
in
liked
real
her.
life.
Come
No
They say
on,
real life.
she was feisty.
Real life
Um,
feisty.
Real
Yeah.
life, Gabrielle Union is feisty. Nobody likes her.
That's because she ain't yellow. Nobody ever looked at Gabby and was like, "Ooh, Lord,"
Mhm.
because that's just not what black men looked at. Let's be honest.
Right.
Yeah, y'all black
Right.
men are something else.
No, ain't no y'all.
Y'all
Them,
black, these
not
black men are something else. They sleep on these chocolate sisters for these hot yellow
some
helpers.
of them.
And some of these hot yellow helpers ain't about la-di-da. What did your grandma
Disclaimer.
say? Yellow go
Yellow.
away.
My grandmother
Jesus.
said all you yellow girls that can't keep that man like Halle Berry is yellow gone to waste,
Yellow
and
go
that her
away.
cat must not be
Just
good.
light skin for
I didn't
nothing.
say it. My grandmother did. Harvey Robinson said, Miss
Oh
Pam
Jesus.
for president. Miss John said, everything isn't for public consumption. I agree. Tiffany says they have no values or self-respect for themselves. Nikisha, she's selective and intentional about what she confesses and when. She
Mhm.
also says they
Mhm.
never confess anything she confesses.
Will don't ever say nothing. You know what I'm
Nothing.
saying? And that's why I said when that August Alcina came out, Will sat there and cried like a
Hey,
little
I'm gonna just
baby
go and tell y'all,
that lost his first love.
Will is a pussy.
Why didn't he say something
Mhm.
right then? I just don't understand.
She
That's
said,
why
and
he
she
didn't.
says it. Nikisha said he doesn't say anything because he might not be the one that wants this arrangement. He's accepting
Mhm.
her anyway he can until he learns to choose himself.
Well, she did say that he didn't want the open relationship and didn't want her to be in this entanglement with August Alcina, but it's what she needed at the time. That's the kind of love
Mhm.
she
Okay,
needed.
well, listen to this comment. Trina Brown says sometimes you have to protect the mother of your kids, even if she is a loose trap. What do you think about that? Maybe
Interesting.
maybe he's just being quiet and letting her make a fool of him so as to protect her as being the mother of
Well,
his children.
maybe he should talk to his
Or
wife and
protect his
say,
assets.
"Stop running
Or
your
protect
mouth.
his ass.
Stop running your mouth so much." Jada has to. People have to understand everything is not meant for the public. You don't
Yeah,
have to
that's
share
what
your
What
Lisa said.
part?
business. I just
What
don't
part
understand
of
that.
what part of he is a weenie are you missing?
He got to get his balls back. He
Cause
needs to
you just
have
When
a
they
said
when they cut him
you
off,
just
they don't
said
come back.
36. Look at me. When she said 36 times, we'll need to.
Hey,
Will would
when
look
they
at you
cut,
right now and say,
look at
"You
Jax.
done lost your
Y'all,
mind. I'm not going nowhere."
story time. Y'all know Hannah let them cut my granddog's assets off,
Oh
cut his
man.
little family jewels off. And the first time
Oh
I saw him
man.
and they was gone, it was just a clean slate down there. I said, y'all done took this boy nuts for real. So they don't come back. Will got his
Right.
nuts clipped and they ain't coming
I'm not
back.
gonna put. I think Will can get his balls back.
I don't think
I
so.
can see him. Somebody just
I don't
told
think so.
Will he got
Uh,
to get it back. Now he got to
mm-mm.
get
Oh,
something back
child,
because
no.
this is looking
How can you
crazy.
Wish,
get them back?
He
wishful
can
thinking.
like Nakisha says. He is there until he learns to choose
But
himself
even
and
when he
learn
hold
that he
on,
can do without Jada.
devil's advocate, when he learns to choose himself, it'll be without his balls because he's
Right.
still nobody's going to take him as that dude. He used to be that dude in
No.
Hollywood because he demanded
There is
20 million
still
a project.
so much
Now he
better.
is that dude who slaps dudes for making jokes about his
Right.
wife. He is
There's
Right.
not that
still
dude
somebody.
anymore.
There's still somebody out
And
there that'll
and,
take him
and
too. They will
I
take
mean,
him
I
Uh,
mean, I mean,
and
I
all his
mean, they ain't gonna
slapping
be,
and no
they ain't gonna
nut
be
having. They
strong.
will
It
take
ain't,
him.
no.
they ain't gonna be as strong as Jada, but hey, yeah, he can pull anybody.
Hold on.
I
How
mean,
many do MISTER period? How many dudes do you know that once they manhood is stripped and you looking
hmm,
at them like
it's
they can
done.
come back from that? It's done.
Ain't no
You
coming
can't
back
get your
from that.
manhood back after it's stripped. What you gonna do to prove other than killing
It's
somebody and
been,
going to jail and being hard
it's
in the
been,
pen? But you can't
it's
be hard
been.
out here because we know you.
He been getting his nuts snatched the whole marriage. So at
I'm
the end of the day,
like
bro, you done
Nikisha
went too
said.
Wait
long.
a minute. Nikisha say I should have covered this segment.
Will is
Uh
going to be fine. He will be seen as they do. Will is going to be
oh.
fine. Will
Oh,
Smith, but I
I
do.
can't see it.
He is going to be
He
fine.
might be fine with women and be seen as that
He
dude, but
don't
in
really
the
care
eyes
about the
of other
dude.
dudes, yes, he do. If he didn't care about other dudes, why he slapped Chris Rock?
But he was doing
Right.
that to defend for Jada
He
because
cared.
Jada turned around
No,
and gave him that
he
look.
cared about
He
how he
went up
looked.
there to do it
He
for
cared
Jada.
about how he looked to other men.
No,
He
if he
wanted.
cared about how he looked, he wouldn't have went up there slapping
y'all
the
need
man.
to be,
He
y'all need to
said in
get
the
in the
Yes,
eyes of
streets
Jada
and for
I'm
a
Pinkett
while.
Smith.
not me. I'm in there.
Look,
I'm
But
look
telling
I
you.
do
him.
applaud them if
Mm.
they sat down before they got married and say divorce is not an option. That they were
So
gonna
you
stick
saying
there.
divorce is not an option, so you stay with them no matter what, simply because divorce is
This
not
is
an
It's a
what
option?
they
financial.
said. Divorce was not an option. That even if they had to live in
Their
I
Memphis
get
and
their
it. They're a
stay in West
publicist,
corporation now.
Memphis,
They're,
we
their
know somebody
publicist
who
said that
stayed married for how many years because
it
they
was a
were a business.
corporation.
We know some
it
couples
was a
now that are
corporation.
together for a business.
It's money. It's their situation. Whoa, let me slow
Hey,
down. Their
their
situation
situation.
is
There you
money.
go. It's a financial
Their
corporation.
situation is money. It's cheaper
Jay
to
Z and
keep her. The
Beyonce,
nigga
they ain't
told
gonna never
y'all.
get divorced. They're a
Right,
corporation.
They can have another
right.
elevator episode if they want to, but she gonna make another record. Ain't nobody going nowhere. So
Nikisha, you should have told me. I sure would have called you so you could cover this section because I think you got the tea and it's hot. And ain't nobody told me nothing.
I'm just saying.
Yes, Trina Pam is going hard. To Tarsha, good evening, Tarsha. She said, wait, I like weenies. You like weenies, but you don't like cut off nuts. You better make up your mind. Because I'm
Right,
just saying,
right. They'll never respect him for real. Like he'll never gain that respect that he thought he should get
no.
as a man based on how he tried to portray himself
But I
as the
don't think
tough nigga.
he cares
He ain't
about
the
that.
tough nigga.
You don't think he care?
He don't care about the respect and from other men. If he did, then he wouldn't have been sitting up there crying, like he was behind Jada with all this out there. He does not care. Just like we say all the time, LeBron James does not care about what anybody thinks about him because he got
You ain't gonna
all
see
his
LeBron
money.
James on national TV
So
saying Savannah didn't got
Boo-hooing
her
like a
ooty
that's
hole,
because
her ooty
you
hole
right.
know
touched by
what
nobody else
there
either.
is.
I bet you LeBron James filed for a
But
divorce.
what I'm
For
saying
real.
is
He out of there.
that he don't
Out of there.
care.
And I'm calling him. Say, bro,
For real.
You cannot have Savannah mother.
Savannah fine as a
You
mother,
cannot have
but you
Savannah
can't stay
mother.
with Savannah. She let some other dude touch her ooty hole. You just can't stay.
But
Mr. Johnson said it perfectly. Will is a cook,
what's a
plain
cook?
and simple. In other words,
Real shit.
put real.
What is a
He a
cook?
duck.
I don't know what that is.
He a duck. We could
He
call him a. I
well,
would have
pretty
called
much
him
a cook meaning he loves seeing other men enjoy his woman.
What? I don't think that's what a cook is. And if it is,
That's exactly what a cook is,
I
sweetheart.
don't think
Now
Oh
you
my
telling them
God.
what
Now
it
Pam
is.
trying to tell me what.
if that's what
I'm
it is,
done.
that is unacceptable.
She talking about that's unacceptable. Well, talk to Will. No, you've been going hard for Will for the last 17
But no,
minutes.
I'm saying that if
Miss
that's what a cook is,
Mr. Johnson,
that
would
is
you tell them what a
unacceptable.
cook
That's what
is,
a cook
please?
is.
Please tell them
And
what a
I'm
cook
not saying
is.
that Will Smith is a cook. I don't think he enjoys watching his woman be with other people.
Hey, Tamika said it best. That's what I've been saying. Will is that dude to you ladies.
And I said
And
he
to
don't
men, he
care
is a
about
simp.
the men. He don't care about what the man thinks. Will Smith done for.
Y'all heard what my mama said. She came on in the room. Will Smith is done for. He cannot bring himself back from
He
this.
can bring himself back.
He's done
Will
for.
Smith
He
can bring
didn't
himself
play
back.
like a duck too
Y'all
long.
know he couldn't slap Chris Rock and still be working, and is.
He working, but he ain't doing nothing. Who went to see Emancipation?
Plenty of people. But I'm saying, y'all, you can stop that. Will Smith was
I went to see it because my cousin did the hair.
And I don't think
I saw it at the house. My cousin was a hairstylist. Shout out to Andrea Mona Bowman. She gonna say it.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh. Ain't in the room. She said she got something to tell y'all.
Will Smith is done. Will Smith, don't nobody care who's screwing Jada. Don't nobody care about none of that. I'm talking about in Hollywood right now.
In Hollywood.
He was that golden haired black boy.
Uh-oh.
Couldn't do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't act a fool. Turned into a nigga right in front of 400 million people.
Disclaimer.
He is done for. He'll never go back to where he was.
Not in Hollywood's eyes.
Him and Jada Pinkett, she's a little demon that she looked like.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, because she thought I was lying.
My mama said Jada a little demon and he a 6'3" pussy. Okay.
So what are you trying to say? Will is a voice?
No. Oh, you talking about Mr. Yeah.
Why could you just say that instead of using?
Well, no, because he liked to watch. He's saying he liked to watch other men have sex with his wife. That's what a cook is.
That's what a cook is.
That's what Will Smith likes. If he did, he would not be up there crying when the August Alsina.
That's probably why he crying.
That's
any man that get like
goes with
said,
embarrassment.
you can't come back from that in Hollywood. You can't.
That's
the white folks
embarrassment.
the white folks have pushed him to the side and said, Will, like she said, Will turned into a nigga on the Oscars.
And white men and black men like to think they're in control of their women.
Yeah.
Jada in control.
Jada in control. You can't.
As long as he's in that house with her.
Respect on both planets.
Yup. Real talk.
As long as he is. Oh, Will. They on here talking about preaching.
Real talk. Real talk. That's the one.
Jada, they said Jada's pretty, but to me, she doesn't have sex appeal. I told you my grandmother said light skin gone to waste. That's the word for it. That's the term. Write it down, listen to it. So it's been said, it's been done. Girl, Pam thinks she got a soft spot. She think Will can come back. I don't think Will can come back. Now Jada ain't going nowhere because ain't no. They are never getting a divorce. She said they will live separately forever, but will never get a divorce. So
they don't even live separately.
they're in the
they have more than one house. So
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You know, and if you want to clarify how strange their asses are, look at their children.
Bye, mama. She going back to her room on that. She said, if you,
I'm like my mom.
I'm gone now. She's gone now. With you. With that being said, Will is done for. Mama then came in and said her piece about Will, and she's gone now. For you ladies that love Will still, hey, hold up hope. Put up hope. Keep hope alive that he can recover from this. For us that know, the hell with Will. I've been saying that for years. Ain't no way you going to keep embarrassing me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Embarrass me twice, shame on me. You just can't keep embarrassing me and coming back and thinking
Well,
that.
I mean, but can we be
People are not
but can we be honest about something?
Go ahead. We got
I mean, no, just real quick.
honest.
I mean, you know,
I'm scared.
it's been a lot of men been embarrassing the shit out of women for forever.
That is true.
And
That
so
is
if
true.
we gon' look at Will, if she the one that wear the pants in the house, and Will is not the leader in the house, why is it so out of
Why is it so taboo?
why is it so taboo for her to actually be playing on Will and
And
making a
and I
fool out
will
of him?
I'll say something about that in my final thoughts. Girl Pam,
Hmm.
what's your final thoughts about your little boyfriend Will?
Will is not my boyfriend. I simply say that don't count Will out.
That's your final thought? Don't
Do
count him
not
out.
count Will out.
He coming back stronger than ever. You and Nikisha,
Don't
I got two of
count
y'all on here waiting.
Will
I got two of y'all
Oh
waiting for
boy.
the comeback. At
out.
least
He don't need to come back. He ain't went nowhere. If you can go on national
she.
TV,
He was
that's
on
up.
every movie, every billboard, every award show, and
Because
he
look,
done
you
lost
know,
something.
so many people got on him about that, but deep down, inside,
He ain't bringing in the
everybody
money
probably
he used
wanted
to.
to slap Chris Rock right then and there if that was their woman and they had been hounding. So come on. You want to knock a hole in some people right now when they do something that's disrespectful to me. So,
I'm
you
not a
know,
fighter, people.
But
Y'all stop
that's
putting it out
I
there like I'm
wasn't
a
saying
violent person.
but you don't play on AB Burton though. See, that's the difference. You know,
so what you saying?
I
If I played on the Adrian Burton, then it would be a problem.
it would be a problem that
It
if she
would.
took up
Oh
for
yeah.
you, if she took up for you
If I
after
took
you
up for you
play
and
in
you
her
played on
face,
my top, oh yeah, that would be a
yeah,
problem.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
But you don't play
I
on her
ain't no
top.
comeback from
So
that. You don't
once
think so?
again, we can't
You don't
compare
think it'll be a
you
problem for
to
me?
I'm not talking
Oh,
about you.
it's like,
mm,
hold on, my
look.
bad. Go ahead, John.
Look.
I would
She
never
want
do
to be
those
Will
things
Smith so bad.
because I am loyal, so I
Right.
wouldn't do those things.
Exactly. And
There you go. You're not a
that's the
Jada.
difference. That's the
You're
difference.
not a Jada.
You would never publicly and openly embarrass
And
me and then
and
think
AB
I'm gonna
ain't a
come
Will
back from it.
Smith.
AB ain't no tender dick. I will.
Shit.
You embarrass me, I embarrass you
Tarsha,
worse.
she ain't got to simmer down. She'll be all right.
Tarsha. Final thoughts,
Shit.
Jonathan. Your final thoughts. What's your final thoughts? These folks coming down here on
Um.
reruns of Bad Boys.
Now, wait a minute. I do agree with Cheryl said. Jada like thugs.
Yes, and Will ain't no thug. It's been
I
proven. Go ahead,
mean,
John.
I mean,
He is the
let's
Fresh
be
Prince of Bel Air for a reason. Come on.
right.
Summer,
Well,
summertime.
ain't nothing hard about that boy. But you know, just in the midst of all things, Jada and Will, they have to live their own life. Uh,
That's
we
sweet.
we 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 don't know them. Uh, and tomorrow the motherfuckers could be packing their shit up and separating and getting a divorce.
A real
And
separation.
we would be the ones on the other end just watching this shit. And 2 days later, we would forget who the fuck they are and
Correct.
be
Because
on to the
somebody
next
else in the
thing.
news.
Why is it
So
that they feel like we need an announcement? When real people get divorced, separated, we don't go
You don't hear
publicize
nothing
and
until you
make
see him
a
on a
yeah,
picture
statement
with a new
about
person.
it until somebody
because
says,
That's
"What's so
Jada
and so? Oh,
manipulating the
we're
well,
situation.
divorced."
because they are entertainers.
And that's Jada
Entertainers,
manipulating.
and yeah, they've been doing this a long time. everybody has a way that they do things in order to sell themselves and to make themselves be in the light of something. Jada already knows she has a large amount of people that are going to feel sorry for her and that are going to be the one to go, Will the one fucked up, Will was wrong, and everything else. Even with all the facts being laid in front, Jada knows she still got some people that's going to fuck with her and follow her and make sure they cover her. Will kind of could have been the poster child for feeling sorry for him, but he slapped a weak nigga. So he slapped, when he slapped Chris Rock, it kind of, it took away from him. He lost a lot of sympathy when he did it. Now,
You
the
would have
fact that
seen
the
that
Rock
nigga
family,
slap Busta Rhymes.
right now, the Rock family was ready to go get his ass and beat him the fuck up because them brothers some real niggas. They was ready
There
to
you
go
go.
get Will.
They grew up
But
hungry.
Chris, Will knew who to slap. And so in this situation, I think at the end of the day, once again, take care of our households and be
Yeah.
good. We got some folks that are in our own city that's going to jail for putting their hands on their mate.
Oh
And
shit.
so from time to time we have to be careful with that. So all right.
I want people these days to learn.
I did not expect to hear that. My final thoughts are one, Jada is controlling the narrative and is paying highly to control the narrative.
And needs to learn how to close her mouth.
She needs to learn how to close her mouth, but Jada's claim to fame is not closing her mouth. Period. She's had some few acting gigs that were successful. Let's understand that. However, she has had more people on her side and more people uplifting and rooting for her since running her mouth, whether it be on the red table talk or dropping these little gems in social media through her publicists and their firm. She drops these little gems in order to keep people on their toes, to keep Will embarrassed and to show people I'm in control, I'm running this, and I release what I want to release. Because you don't see her release none of the good stuff. You only see her release the controversy. And we eat it up.
About these kids.
And she never says anything positive really about Will. You don't ever see her say, I love that man to death. It ain't nothing he can do.
She has already said she has to figure out if she loves him.
Right. So that lets you know
you even had to laugh at that. You even had to laugh at that part right there.
you laughed at that. She had to learn that if she loved him or not. Like, how you got to learn if you love somebody or not after you done married them? That's a lot. If you got to learn afterwards, then you probably shouldn't be married. But that's just me. My next final thought. My next final thought is yes, Sharina. Well, Will and Jada have not gone their separate ways. They have been separated for the last 7 years, although they live in the same household. According to Jada, she dropped this interview. They got the interview out there. She said for the last 7 years they have been separated. My last final thought, I want to thank LaPrecious Bradley, my next to last final thought, for coming out, dropping knowledge. She was very informative. Make sure you check out her website as well as her email. Send her a high five, a hello. She's looking for volunteers, anyone that wants to be hands-on and wants to help. So we like that people are doing positive works here within the community. And last but not least, I got to say it, happy homecoming to the Southern University Jaguars. It is homecoming week. We are trying to decide, do we need to take a drive?
Yes, it's my baby's first homecoming, and
Damn
she
that.
is enjoying it.
I don't
She
care
has
nothing
went
about
to
that.
all the events, hold-up parties,
Even the
day
church.
parties.
She went to church. She went to church.
I'm so happy that she is enjoying
I
her
don't care.
first
I don't care
homecoming
damn
week.
about them kids being at homecoming. I'm just trying to get down there to get it done. Oh, my bad.
This is the problem.
The problem is if I go down for homecoming, it ain't for no cheering. It's for me.
But if we go, I think we might surprise Shayla. We ain't gonna tell her we come.
We just gonna surprise.
Oh, boy.
But
Look at my-
although she has
look at
no
my face.
location,
Look at my
she
face.
might
Poor
figure
baby.
it out.
Look at my
That
face.
baby.
I don't care
That poor,
nothing about none of that.
that poor baby gonna be devastated.
She
Also,
is not because she ain't gonna even be with us.
Also-
Because the last game, she was on her own.
never saw it.
She was in the game before we was.
Also,
For real.
happy homecoming to Grambling State University. It is their homecoming as well. And don't forget, we celebrated 50 years at 6801 Raspberry Lane. It will also be 50 years for the Bayou Classic this year. Southern University, Grambling State University. We already voted. We voted
early
last.
voted.
Yeah, we early vote, Mr. Johnson.
But
We
those
generally-
that's going to homecoming,
Please
out
go
and
and vote early.
before you
For
hit
real.
that road.
If you haven't voted early, has the early voting closed? If it has, go vote.
It has.
And it's Saturday. So that
Saturday.
means you need to get your ass up this Saturday and go and vote. Go and vote.
Absolutely.
Stop complaining, y'all don't get your asses off your ass to go and vote. Go vote.
Right. Right.
Which kid is ours again? Send us a message.
Our kids will be together. Watch out for my baby girl. We will. Definitely. All right. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget that next week we will recap all things adult sex ed 101. I have been waiting for this. My voice is back and
Wait, I
stronger
have
than
a
ever.
question.
Uh-oh.
Jonathan Nelson.
Oh,
This
boy.
movie on
Yes, ma'am.
Netflix called Sex Education.
That's
Is
correct.
it a movie?
It's a series, apparently. Is it worth
Show.
us watching?
It is worth watching. It is. It's a good show. It's a very good show.
Is it a
It's
show or a
everything-
movie?
No,
It's
it's
a
a
series?
show. So it's four seasons, and it's everything, and it's very sex heavy, and it is about sex education. So yeah, you should watch it.
So those go out and check it out on Netflix. Going into the sex ed recap, Jonathan said the Honorable Trap
Bald head uncle.
said go out and check it out.
Mhm.
I'm
So
gonna
if
check
you-
it out. I
if
ain't
you
never
just
heard of
want
it.
Then we might want to go check it out.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
It's
I'll
good.
go and check it
It's
out.
very good.
Y'all remember the show Real Sex?
I did. I had to. I
missed
used to
that
violate
show
the hell
on
out of myself.
HBO. Used to come on late at night with the kids.
I used to hold on. I used to violate the hell out of myself. That is neither here.
Neither here or
I
there.
did. I got to learn a lot of things. I did.
Real sex came through in the clutch.
You. I know we got to get out here, but I got to leave you on this funny note. You know, my children think they're comedians just like me. So I'm on the phone with them the other day. I got on the hat, and the hat is tilted, leaned to the side, something like that. So Hannah Burton, my child, gonna send me this.
And who is that?
I
Happy
don't
Harry?
know who he is.
She said it's Happy
Who the
Harry.
fuck is? Who the hell is that?
But they used to say you look like Mr. P.
Mr. P off the, what's the name of that show? My children got jokes, and don't worry, as soon
Oh,
as
they
she come
crazy.
home, I'm putting her over hip hop Harry. I don't even know who that
you
is.
know what Skylar said? Skylar said that she ain't gonna put you in a nursing home. She gonna make you live with her sister. Really?
Again, with that note, I'm out.
Not the oldest.
Because she is gonna definitely run me up. She gonna do like on what's the movie? Diary of a Mad Black Man, when he rolled him in the wheelchair and dumped him in the tub.
I'm staying with
into the
youngest.
jacuzzi.
If something
You staying with the
happens to
youngest?
me or one of
You
us
definitely can't stay with your oldest.
before, if one of us goes before the other, and we have to be in a nursing home alone, just
You
let me
staying with the
stay with
youngest?
the youngest, either Shaylin or Skylar.
Hey, if y'all got
Them
put me in a
youngest
nursing
love us.
home, go on get one of them shots and just take me on out here. Okay, I gotta go because it ain't gonna work.
Mhm.
Baby, my pie.
It
I
ain't-
gotta get my pie out the oven. I got a pie in the oven. Y'all is taking up time. And if it's burnt, I'm coming on here to cuss you all out, and you all owe me a pie. We love you. It's been real. We are Something for the People podcast. We appreciate you every Wednesday night at 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Facebook and YouTube Live. We'll see you next Wednesday. Peace. Appreciate it.